And we're very excited to have Ryoma Takeuchi and Kento Kaku, who play Kazuma Kiryu and newly announced Nishiki, respectively. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
for having me.
Yes.
Playing the two key characters in a legendary gaming franchise, I think most of the fans are going to want to know, are you fans of the games and which ones do you like?
まあでも僕は正直ゲームをやった
The game himself has been in my universe and have been very well known, knowing about the franchise quite a bit. I haven't particularly played the game as much, but always been a fan about it. And this time playing Kiryu Kazuma, it has been quite a privilege for me.
Kiryu is such a beloved character. He's the dragon of Dojima. How do you approach Kiryu when you come to play him in a live-action adaptation?
やっぱりゲームで
It's definitely a big set of shoes to fill in. It has a long history, more than 20 years. He's been loved by huge fandom. And we've always been thinking that it's going to be a big responsibility to take on this character. But for this time being, I think it's definitely a rebirth, a renewal of the character. We're not actually mimicking anything or trying to imitate the game character. We're trying to relive and embody the spirit of the character more so than just trying to follow what the game has been doing.
Obviously, Kiryu is the main character, but Nishiki is a huge part of his life and what he goes on to become and who he is. What was it about the character that attracted you to him?
When I read the script for the first time, I really felt so much synchrony with him because, you know, he's very human, right? And like he has every emotion that one human being can have. So I really fell in love with him, and I hope that every viewer can relate to the most in all of the characters in the show.
Well, obviously the two characters are brothers, like brothers. What did you two do to bond? And what other preparations did you do for the show? There's a lot of brawling. Have you been lifting bikes and smacking people over the head with them? Or what was your preparation like?
それで言うと今回の内容っていうのは僕は本当に
It's a spiritual search for brotherhood. Obviously, as you said, they don't have a biological sort of connection. They're not brothers, literally. They're orphans and grow up in the same environment. They've been feeling that they were close, but it's a journey to learn each other, know each other more, and then they harm each other, cut wounds to each other, but also get together and embrace. So it's a whole challenge and a journey for us. And that was the focus of our learning into and embodying the characters.
The Yakuza franchise, when you look at it without playing too much about it, it looks very serious. It looks very, you know, dramatic. But when you dig into it, it's very silly as well. They have strange side quests and strange stories. Did you know how weird it is and how much of that is going to be in the show? And what does that mean to you as actors to be able to have that variety in a story?
So actually, the director, Mr. Take, told me that he wanted to follow the character in the script and explore and develop from scratch. So that's why we didn't play the game, and yeah, that's very important, and you know, the meaning that we do a live adaptation. So yeah, but we were able to deepen and magnify the very complicated our relationship, even more than the game.
The series is bringing it into kind of the modern day. So I wanted to ask you about how that's helping the story. Is like bringing, like, is the city going to be as important, like walking around and seeing all the places that the two frequent? And also, yeah, what's it been like bringing the story to the modern day? What does that give the story?
そうですね。
The story takes place in two timelines, 1995 and 2005. And between those timelines, we did try to take all the spiritual sort of elements of what the game had. So making sure that we have a real well-rounded town that we can go in every corner and live in it is the way that we wanted to embody how the game has been doing it and put it back into the drama. But at the same time, when you bring something from one medium to another, it's very important to take everything from what the source material has, but actually let it go. And learning and de-learning is the essence of what we wanted to do. But we tried to create and show the flaws that the characters have, what they're strong in. In the game, Kiryu's always so strong and very empowered, but we do have to show his weaknesses as well in order to make his growth more dramatic.
I think a key thing that fans are going to want to know from both of you is how would you rate your own karaoke skills? Because it's important to the franchise. And have you been asked to sing Dame Dane yet?
It's too confidential.
Too confidential, I figured, yeah.
It's under NDA.
Yeah.